Hey, my name's Joel.
My name's Reed.
And welcome back to T-Box Tested. We're here on this beautiful sunny day to test out a new set of wedges from BombTech Golf. We're gonna be doing lots of different style of shots and chips to test these out. We've only done minimal testing on the practice green with them already, so we're gonna try full shots, sand shots, chip shots, pitch shots, everything in between. We're gonna go back and forth. Reed's gonna do some, I'm gonna do some, and we're gonna give you our honest feedback on these wedges. So let's go ahead and get to it.
All right, so this wedge set comes with 3 wedges. We've got a 60 degree right here, 52, and 56 right in the middle. And we've got a whole short par 3, about 100 yards from here, which should be a pretty good sand wedge for me, 56 degree, given there's a little bit of wind in too. So I'm just gonna hit a couple shots. That was pretty good. That felt pretty good, nice, actually.
Seemed like you got a little spin back there. There's a little backstop on this hole, so it comes backward toward the pin.
I mean, my initial thoughts are it feels a little light. They did seem to have quite a bit of spin on them though, so if you're looking for a little bit extra spin, that would be nice.
Okay, I don't hit the ball quite as far as Reed, so I'm gonna try out the 52 here. It's not a full swing for me at 100 yards. We're just gonna try nice, easy kind of chip shots, but I've got a couple balls here. We're gonna see how this goes, test this out. I would normally probably hit my 54 from here. So just ease up on it a little bit. Well, that went really high. Little right of the pin, feed it in. Pulled it, but it's right at it. Seemed pretty good. Now, I did not hit that well. It was a little bit off balance, a little pulley. That was a really good strike. Might be a little long with this club. Nope, those two ought to be sitting right next to each other. All right, let's try one right off the turf here. The contact is solid. I believe the 52 is a 12-degree bounce. So 8 on the 60, 10 on the 56, and then 12 on the 50. So pretty good for semi-full shots. That one's gonna be short and high. Yeah, but it felt really nice. I like the way these things strike. I think the balance is nice, and I think the bounces are correct for these degrees of loft. I wouldn't want any more bounce than this. I've played some 14-degree bounces, and that's just a little crazy, but I like this one at 12 on the 52.
All right, guys, now we're gonna do some sand shots, and I'm gonna be using the 56 degree with 10 degrees of bounce, and I'm just gonna hit some, and we're gonna see how that reacts. Well, that one was pretty good, isn't it? A little short. Actually came out pretty nice. Pulled that one just a bit. Pretty good distance. I do like the feel off the bunker shots with this one. I actually really like it out of the bunker. I think the bigger face is a little easier target, especially when you're trying to hit behind the ball a little bit.
All right, so I've got the 56 as well. Now, I normally use a 60-degree wedge out of greenside bunkers, especially when I'm trying to get it up quick. But we did some testing with this 60-degree wedge, and because it's only 8 degrees of bounce, mine is usually 10, I had a hard time getting it through the sand. It wanted to dig in. So I'm gonna work with a little bit longer bunker shot with this 56 because it has 10 degrees of bounce. I think this is what most people are gonna use to play out of the bunker anyway. So this is a bit of a longer bunker shot, maybe somewhere in the 20-yard range. So we'll see how it reacts here. Flew it a little past the pin, but for me that's a different feel where it kind of shoots out there low. you know, 56, 4 degrees less loft than I'm used to, but that slid through the sand really nice. This is kind of hard packed sand right now, not real fluffy. Oh, that was even better, came up just a little short. Yeah, that one came out a little low, so I'm a little long there. And that was pretty good. That's a pretty good group overall.
Go in. So I got a little bit of an uphill chip here, lots of green to work with. I've got a 56. I'm just gonna try and, you know, hit some little, slightly back in the stance, little checkers. See how it goes. Oh, just short.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you feel them checking up?
Yeah, they are checking exactly how I would
good
expect.
spin on the 56 then, but these are kind of back of the stance pinchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, another good one.
I'm gonna hit one from up here. We're gonna try and fly this one a little bit further, a little bit past this down slope. Oh, that one spun a lot.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Do that again.
Yeah.
I really like the way they feel around the greens, honestly. They give a lot of spin, a lot of check when you're trying to really spin them.
All right, so let's hit some with this 60 here. Just gonna try for a little higher chip shot. Came out a little low, but checked pretty good. Try to hit this one a little bit higher, open that face. Yeah. Go in, maybe. All right, now I'm gonna hit a few off a tighter lie, get it to just stop and check a little bit. So let's see how checky these are. Oh yeah, good spin.
Wow.
Try another one here. Didn't catch it as good, but it still spun pretty good. Good grooves on these things. They're green, so it's a little awkward to look down at sometimes, but when you catch them right, they seem to check up pretty well. All right, let's try one over this ridge, catch one a little higher, see if we can throw it up, come down soft. Yeah. Nice looking shot. They seem to be really responsive. I like it. All right, let's quickly talk about aesthetics, how these clubs look in your hand and in your bag. I like the unique design they bring to the table. It's kind of a black gunmetal finish contrasted against these green graphics, BombTech Golf here. Your numbers are in white, and it's got this two-tone finish on the sole. So the back of the club is the black gunmetal, and then you've got the chrome along the bottom, and the chrome carries to the face with matching green grooves on the front. I believe they've done that because we can see that this black gunmetal finish is going to rub off over time. In just a few hours of testing, we're already starting to see it go around the edges where we've hit out of bunkers and things like that. So I think that's a good move. They've gone away from that finish on the face and on the sole. It's got a nice set of grips on it. These are the exact same style of grips that I have on my wedges, much more expensive wedges. I like the way that they feel. They're nice and tacky, and they're BombTech branded, got the green striping, the BombTech logo on the bottom. We don't have any information on this steel shaft. I assume it's a type of wedge shaft, but aesthetically, it's a really good looking set of wedges. You are gonna catch some eyes with these. The green's gonna stand out, and the gunmetal finish is definitely gonna be different than probably the other clubs in your bag or what your buddies are carrying. Let's talk about the value these wedges bring to the market, because all three of these wedges cost less than one single wedge that you and I play in our current bag, right?
Yeah.
And I think when you come down at a price point like that, on something like wedges that need to be replaced often, if you play a lot of golf, these things wear down, grooves get worn when you're in sand, when you're not cleaning them. And I think it's an interesting proposition to see a set of wedges come in at that price point because you can replace them more often. You know, a lot of what we're talking about today is because we've got fresh grooves, right, Reed?
Yeah, I think new grooves give you instant spin compared to like having grooves that are like a year old or longer.
Yeah, and as much as we play, we try to replace our wedges about every 1 year to maybe 18 months. If you're an average player, you're playing a couple times a year, you should still get new wedges every few years so you have fresh grooves. It's gonna make you a better player. It's gonna make you enjoy golf more because there's really nothing like looking down at a perfect wedge face and looking at those perfect grooves. But overall, I think if you consider what they cost and how they perform, you can afford to buy a new set of these every year or two, no problem. I mean, we've already talked about some of the wear we've gotten just in the afternoon. Hitting out of the bunkers, we've got some wear on the face. Some of the black is coming off the sides on the edges. That's going to be expected. That's probably why they didn't go with the gunmetal finish on the bottom of the sole. They went with the chrome. But I could see these lasting a year or two, no problem, even at the pace that we play, which is 4 to 5 to sometimes 6 times a week and a lot of the off season. Know that 60 degree with 8 degrees of bounce is really going to be hard for most amateurs to play on. It's just too hard of a club for them. But if you're opening it up and you know how to get the ball underneath, it really works well. We've done that in several tests. All right, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching this video on the BombTech Wedge Set. If you're looking for a link, it's gonna be in the description down below. And what else can they do, Reed?
Well, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and give us a like.
And don't forget to leave us a comment about clubs you'd like us to check out in the future. If you see something odd, interesting, or just something you want to see reviewed, leave us a comment down below and maybe we'll get to it in the future. So, as always, thanks for watching T-Box Tested. Hit them long, hit them straight.